Hey everybody, it is moi, James Heaton with Madweb Productions. I wanted to welcome you all today to our very first episode of a series we're calling Gundam Forge. If you don't know what a Gundam is, Gundam was an anime, or is an anime, that spans many years, and a Gundam is a very big robot. They call them mobile suits in the show that they use to fight with, but I don't really know what else you would use a giant robot to do in an anime besides fight. Anyway, so what we got going on here is we've been doing a lot more production with our YouTube show, making some new shows and whatnot, and I have been recently found the love of putting these Gundam models together. The community calls them Gunpla. So if you hear me say Gunpla, I'm referring to the models that we're putting together. So since I love putting these together and we're making these new shows for our channel, I thought I would absolutely love to start putting models together and filming it from beginning to end to show people putting these together and just share my love of them with everybody. And I'll give pointers and advice for newcomers or people who haven't started putting them together but want to show you how fun and easy it can be. I'm also doing this for some of the Gundam model vets who maybe they don't have the kit and they just want to see how it's put together, or they just want to see it in general. We're not really going to get into the detailing of the models because that's just a whole nother thing in itself. It would take a lot more time, and the more purpose of this for me is just to show how they're done from beginning to end. You know, just as simple as that. I will leave some links to some amazing Instagram accounts and people who do absolutely fantastic work on painting and detailing these models, and we'll also release some of our own detailed models in our Instagram as well. So if you guys want to check those out in the comments, or not the comments, if you guys want to check those out in the description of the video, we'll have those there. Also, I just wanted to sit back and say thanks for watching. Keep in mind, this is my first episode of doing this, so I've got a lot of learning to do. So if you'd be patient with me, creative criticism would help me out unbelievably to no end. But let's get to it. I've got a model over here. We're gonna sit down and we'll just start putting it together with each other, all right? All right, let's get started on this bad boy. The name of this Gundam is like a huge mouthful, so I'm gonna do my best to pronounce this. We are working on the MS-08TX Exam Every Custom, and I have no clue if I am saying that right. I really, really like the color to this Gundam. It's just this beautiful blue with some really cool orange trimmings. It's got these really badass missile launcher kneecaps. And of course, one thing I also liked about it is there are no guns. It just has these awesome, just fire orange beam sabers. The whole model just pops to the eye. This is a RE100 or Reborn 100 line of Gundam models, so I knew it wasn't going to be too hard or too easy, and it was going to be perfect for me to put together and show off to everyone. Now I'm going to show you some of the basic tools that I use to put my models together. And if you are thinking about putting some of these together yourself and don't know anything about what you will need, pay close attention to this because what I'm about to show you are the most basic tools you're going to need to put these together. I got all the tools that you see here and then a couple more that aren't on the table that come in one little kit from Amazon. And if money's an issue, I wouldn't worry too much about it because these kits are absolutely dirt cheap and they will save your life if you're putting these together. They come with absolutely everything. I will leave a link for one of these in this description of the video. Let's take a quick look at the instructions for this model. The instructions are obviously really important. They tell you how to put the model together and they are separated in steps. Like step 1 here is the body, head, and leg units. Step 2 is the waist, backpack, and arm units. And step 3 is just the weapons unit, showing you how to put those together piece by piece. And since we're starting with step 1 today, the first thing we're putting together is the body unit for this Gundam. So let's get everything set up and let's start putting this thing together. Yes. All right, let's get this body unit started. I got all the tools out. I've got all the pieces that we need to put this body unit together, so we're just about ready to start. I just wanted to do a little side note here and let everybody know that we're going to be doing this in time lapse, because if I did this in real time, it would take a couple of days, and that would be an extremely long YouTube video, and ain't nobody got time for that, as the kids say. So now that I got that out of the way, let's sit down and let's get started on this body unit. Alright, when you're done putting the body unit together, it should look like this. I had absolutely no problems putting this part together. It was very straightforward and easy. If you have any problems with it, just remember to just double check the directions and look at what you're doing and kind of look at things in a different perspective, and you should be able to figure out what's giving you problems. But other than that, I think even a beginner would have a very easy time with this part. With the body unit out of the way, we can now start on part 2 of step 1, which is the head unit. This part's very easy as well, so let's get started. When you're done putting the head unit together, it'll look like this. If it doesn't look like this, then you've done something horribly wrong, or you're putting together a completely different model. The head unit to this one was very simple, very easy to put together, and generally on most models that I've worked with, the head unit is a very easy, non-complex piece to put together. And now the instructions say the final step in the head unit is to put it to the body unit. Now we're going to start on the final part of step 1, which is putting the leg units together. This is the only part of putting these models together that I really don't enjoy. It just sucks, and it's very tedious because you have to double up on each part. And when I say that, I mean that you have to make 2 of each step, obviously for each leg. But it's a must, and we've got to do it, and it would be really strange to make a Gundam model without 2 legs and make a Lieutenant Dan Gundam model. So let's carry on and get started with the leg units. When you're done putting the legs together, they'll look like this. It was a long, tedious process, but now we're finished, and now we can move on to finally step 2 of this. We finally made it to step 2 of this model, which means we're a little bit over halfway done with it. Looks like the first part of step 2 is making the waist unit so we can attach those legs to the body unit we made earlier. So let's get started on this waist unit. Now that we've got the waist unit finished and the legs are now attached to it, the instructions tell us we need to attach the waist and legs to the body unit we made earlier. Nice, this is what everything looks like all together. Now all we need to do is make the arm units, the backpack, and the weapons, and we are done with this bad boy. So let's get started on this backpack. The backpack is the second part of step 2, and it's a very simple thing to put together. Not that many parts, and this is going to be pretty quick, so let's go ahead and get this going. Alright, we got that backpack finished up, and that was, like I said, extremely easy. Not that many pieces that we needed to put together. It took no time at all. So, the only thing that I had a problem with was the little rocket boosters on the back of it, and that's only because I'm stupid and I wasn't paying attention to which way I needed them. So just don't do what I did and pay attention to the rocket boosters. So, we're literally on the home stretch of this, and next we got the arm units to do. Now we're on the final step of part 2. We're doing the arm units now, and that is awesome because that means we are so close to getting this done. We can smell the victory. The arm units are very straightforward. There's a lot of moving parts, so sometimes it can be a little confusing, but unfortunately it is a lot like the legs in the fact that you have to make 2 of each piece, and it just gets very tedious, and you get done with one part and you've got to do it all over again, so it just gets old pretty quick. Other than that, we are so close to being done, so let's just get done with this tedious part and enjoy the fruits of our labor. Alright, we are done with the arm units, and here's what they look like. The tedious part is over, and we're so glad to get that over with. And now one of the only things we have left to do is put these to the body itself. Don't celebrate just yet because we have one more little step we've got to do, and that is put the weapons together. And on this model, that is going to be the easiest thing that you have ever done. These are so easy. It's just 2 swords, so let's go ahead and put those together, and then we can just start celebrating our asses off. Whoa! Alright guys, we have completed this model. We have done every step and put everything together that we needed to finish this. There's one step that I will go over, but we're not going to show because it's just merely cosmetic, and that is putting the stickers on it. There's a guide in the back of the manual that shows you how to put these on and where to put these on and which ones, obviously, but that's up to you if you want to put them on. I put them on my models, but once again, that's completely up to you. But now we are done with this model. This is a beautiful model. It was very fun to make, so let's just showcase the fruits of our labor and see how well it looks put together. What an absolutely awesome looking model. I had so much fun putting that together, and I've also had so much fun putting this episode together for everyone to see, and I hope all of you enjoyed it. To anybody who actually stuck out for this long video and watched this till the end, thank you so much for watching this. And I'm not going to do this often because I don't want to treat you like you're stupid, because I'm pretty sure you know how YouTube works by now. But if you liked the video, please press the like button, and if you guys want to see more Gundam model stuff from me in the future, feel free to hit the subscribe button and subscribe to our channel. I also wanted to let everybody know about our Patreon page. There we'll be releasing a whole bunch of various Gundam model content that won't be available here on YouTube. So if you ever get a chance, go and check it out. I'll leave a link for it in the description of this video. I'm already super hard at work on the next episode of this Gundam Forge series, so please keep an eye out for that. That pretty much covers everything for today's episode. I hope everyone out there is having a safe and wonderful time, and from the words of the wise and illustrious Bill and Ted, be excellent to each other.